Hello, welcome to Mont Park Model Railway. Over the last few weeks I've been working on the Lichfield area of the layout. The first task was to replace the mainline point on our approach to the station. This is similar to what was done on a previous video where I replaced the existing Hornby Express point with a Peco large radius point. Unlike the first point, which was on the Peterborough to Lichfield Mainline, this particular point at Lichfield, I decided I also needed to realign the mainline track, which is, if you take the turnout side of the point, actually becomes the main line. And I was never really satisfied with the radius of the curve as it came around the preceding bend, because it was always a bit too sharp, and pretty well every train would slow as it went round it because it was on just after climbing the gradient into Lichfield. Anyway, so it was to plan out that realignment. Anyway, let's crack into it. The first task is to replace the point. So whip out the old Hornby Express point and install the new Peco equivalent. Of course, replacing the point is relatively straightforward. The next challenge is to start realigning the exit rails, or the two exit tracks, to make sure that their curvature is a nice transition from the point into the curve. So to realign the main line, I wanted to have a fourth radius curve for that new realignment. So I got out the trusty templates and formed the line through that area. So after doing the realignment, it did shorten that main line just a little bit by about 110 millimeters, or just on 4 inches. Now let's do a run through of the new alignment. Now, I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but as the loco went around the bend and went over a join, there was just a bit of a twitch at the join, so that the join's not nice and smooth. It's got a little small kink in it. So what I then use is my track setter gauge. This is about a third radius curve track setter gauge, and you place that between the rails, and it's got some little slots in it where once you pull the track into shape, you can use that to actually put the pins right in to hold it exactly where that track setter gauge has formed it. Pretty handy. So this is quite a few weeks later, in actual fact. I'm now just redoing the landform, and so this is just a view looking in each direction. So down the middle we've got the up and down line, and then there's going to be a small retaining wall where actually, when it takes the station, Lichfield station line. So that's about a 25mm high wall. I think it's coming out quite well. one thing I found I did have to do is revisit the previous point that I put in. Turned out the baseboard had a small transition from the incline to the flat a bit too severe, and so I needed to put just some very small packing under the line there to just make a smoother transition. So I used 600 GSM card just to raise the track for that small about 200 mil section, just so that the locos didn't bit of a twitch or a clunk as they went through. That's all I have for now, and I'll catch you later. Bye.